What is up, XRP community? Welcome back to another action-packed video. Thank you for joining me. A lot to cover. Let's hop right into it. So we had the rumors about the BlackRock ETF scam filing that happened yesterday, caused XRP to surge 12% in 30 minutes and then crash 17%. But XRP has rebounded and it's sitting around the 66-cent range. People were still speculating on the rumor yesterday because the filing was still listed on the official divisions of corporations page. Now the XRP Trust iShares reportedly filed by BlackRock, which this has been proven to be false, has just been removed from Delaware's official website. Now with BlackRock filing for a Bitcoin ETF and an Ethereum ETF, I imagine it's only a matter of time before they do file for an XRP ETF, but for now this was just FUD. However, a community member called into the office of Delaware that filed this, and take a listen.
Hello, sir.
Yes, ma'am.
I see that someone called earlier today regarding this filing and this request and certain things regarding that. You got to give them time to see what's going on with the request.
Okay.
So someone's already put in information regarding this order. That's all I can tell you, and you have to wait.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, okay. As long as you guys are aware of this, that makes me happy. Okay.
Yeah, no problem. I can understand. There's a lot of false frauds and names and everything else, so I'm dealing with that just personally. So.
A lot of fraud and false names, and that's spot on for the BlackRock XRP ETF. Guys, if you want $41 guaranteed for free, sign up with Webull, deposit 1 penny. You can get up to $3,000 in free stocks, but you're guaranteed $41 in minimum stock value just for signing up and depositing a penny. Sell your stocks, close your account, get some more XRP if you want, but definitely check out this offer from Webull in the video description below. So this woman right here, Kristalina Georgieva, she's the managing director of the IMF. I've cited this conference a few times. It was a 2016 conference celebrating Bretton Woods' 75th anniversary held by the IMF. And one thing that we deduced from this conference is that it's clear. He says it is thus evident in how they envision the International Monetary Fund as being as a counterparty to central banks. An argument was made that the IMF could essentially lower sovereign risk between central banks, since if the IMF absorbed the risk instead of central banks, they could lower the risk for central banks as a whole. And what they said, and I quote, this is from the IMF chair, the IMF could show up as an intermediary between the Federal Reserve, since we're talking about dollars, and other central banks. And why I say as an intermediary, because many countries, say India or Brazil, would enjoy benefiting from swap lines, but do not because the Federal Reserve worries about sovereign risk with these third world currencies. The IMF could appear in the middle and take away some of that risk. So it's clear the IMF envisions a larger role for themselves in the future. Take a listen to the IMF Managing Director, Kristalina, talking about CBDCs and crypto development.
A large and growing number of countries are steaming ahead with development and deployment of central bank digital currencies. And while crypto assets, including stablecoins, have had their ups and downs, they're not going away. The international payments system needs to be improved. We need to make it cheaper, quicker, and easier, so that workers can send home remittances and small businesses can increase their exports.
We need to make international payments cheaper, quicker, and easier. What does she talk about specifically? Remittances. And then we have all these Ripple partners getting licenses. And what do? They serve for cross-border payments. They serve for remittances. This one right here, FOMO Pay, a leading major payment institution in Singapore, today announced that the company has successfully obtained a money service operator license issued by Hong Kong Custom and Excise Department. And this is just one of many partners. We've been seeing these headlines more and more as Ripple and XRPL development has increased.
But we must also urgently guard against money laundering and other crimes, including fraud and theft from retail investors. And thinking ahead, we need to ensure that substitution out of weaker currencies doesn't leave monetary authorities unable to fight inflation, promote growth, and maintain financial stability.
She's basically, he says, the art of talking about XRP without mentioning it. Obviously, they couldn't mention something like that because then that would cause massive market manipulation. But it's clear they're trying to make international payments cheaper, quicker, and easier. Ripple has so many partnerships with these powerful institutions, and this is exactly what they do with international payments. So this is interesting right here. This is from Rohitku, talking about the format of this identification called Digital Token Identification Standard, the DTI standard. These changes will be made on the 19th of November, in addition to other innovations. November 2023, it'll be active on the SWIFT network. They say DTIs will bring many benefits to users of this burgeoning asset class, talking about digital assets, from improving liquidity, on-demand liquidity, allowing for easier identification of counterparties, facilitating price discovery, and improving operational efficiency. We know one thing, that XRP needs price discovery for it to be highly scalable. The price of XRP must be high. Those aren't my words. Those are the CTO, David Schwartz of Ripple, his words, because the higher the price of XRP, the less impact when there's billion-dollar cross-border payments. And the cross-border payment industry is not a small one. So that price of XRP must be high. And in the code of DTI, it's very interesting, but you see XRP and Ripple throughout this code. So why would they put that into the code if it's not going to be used and facilitated on these digital token identification systems? Moving forward, guys, this is an interesting tweet from XRP member eGrad Crypto, and it shows the one-line chart going all the way back to 2014. These yellow regions are times when XRP has gone below and doesn't really stay under there for very long. And you see right now XRP is below this one-line chart. And it has poked it right here and it was rejected. But now XRP is coming up off this lower parabola and it looks like there's a bullish future ahead for XRP. And that's further reinstated with what Bitcoin's been doing, and everyone's calling for the next start of the bull run. We have the Bitcoin halving in April of 2024, and that's typically an event that starts the next crypto bull run. If you guys want to get $10 of XRP, I give away $10 in XRP every day on the channel. To enter the giveaway, like the video, just subscribe and notifications, and comment anything in the YouTube comments below. The winner from yesterday is in the video description below. This is an old clip from Brad Garlinghouse, but it's a must-watch.
Not just the currency, also you're very involved in blockchain.
Absolutely. So Ripple sells a blockchain technology to banks and payment providers and other financial institutions to do real-time settlement between banks. So today, if Morgan wanted to send $10,000 to London right now, the fastest way for her to do that is to drive to Newark or JFK and fly it there. Our view is, in a world of the internet, you can stream video from the space station. You should be able to do real-time settlement between banks, and we sell technology to banks to do that.
And the banks are getting on board with this because they know there's a lot of paper pushing and also a lot of money attached to those settlements.
For sure. So we have over 100 banks working with Ripple today around the world. I think the vast majority of banks, like 99.9% of banks, actually are paying other banks, the global money center banks like JP Morgan or Citibank, to make those settlements. So a lot of the banks are very excited about democratizing how these global payments flow.
There's a belief that, you could transform the global payment system over time. Although then the alternative argument is you need a centralized, you can't have it decentralized, that it actually benefits from efficiencies. I would assume you come down in the latter.
Yeah, for sure. I think anytime you can do something without that central counterparty, you're going to reduce friction, which is measured by time, cost, speed. So by removing that central counterparty, going direct from point to point, you can skip going from the Bank of David to the Bank of Morgan to the Bank of Mike. You just go directly to the Bank of Mike.
So if the immediate opportunity is efficiencies in this area of the actual kind of nuts and bolts sort of plumbing of the financial system, how does that relate to the value of the Ripple tokens or of the Bitcoin or cryptocurrencies? They're taking on a separate life, it seems, from the future of adoption of this technology.
It's a great point, and I think one of the things we all have to remember is that the value of a token over the long term is really going to be derived by its utility. What problem is it solving? How big is that problem? How many customers do you have? There's no question there's a lot of hype in this system, and I don't actually think that's a good thing. For Ripple, we use this digital asset called XRP to settle liquidity needs between banks. So today there's $27 trillion parked at different banks around the world so they can make payments between each other. Our view is you can use a digital asset like XRP to do that in real time. Because XRP has been so efficient, it settles a transaction in about 3 seconds compared to Bitcoin.
So it just passes through that currency for that period of time.
That's correct.
And I want to leave you with this clip from Coach JV. If you guys don't follow him, definitely give him a follow. He puts out some good content. Take a listen.
Holy shit. This is much bigger than we think. But you got to be very, very careful or you will get played. Pay attention because you're always paying for your attention. The key is to be non-emotional about these crypto markets. Do not be attached to them, but understand that you should buy the rumors, sell the news. And when everybody's getting excited, you should be selling. And when everybody's panicking, you should be buying. None of this is financial advice. It's just my opinion. I'm speaking about my current paradigm and exactly what I'm doing. So there's rumors flying around BlackRock and an XRP ETF. Key rumors. These fake rumors caused a huge pump in XRP. But you have to understand this is much bigger than we think, family. Your financial advisor that fudded you out of crypto, your tax accountant that fudded you out of crypto, Jamie Dimon, the CEO of BlackRock, Larry Fink, who fudded you out of crypto in 2017, are now gearing up to flood the system with institutional investors. And I want you to listen to Cathie Woods, the head of ARK Investments. You got Cathie Woods, the head of ARK. You got Ray Dalio, who is the head of Bridgewater Associates. You got Larry Fink, the head of BlackRock, the largest asset manager in the world. And you got Vanguard. These are people that I pay attention to. And I want you to listen to what Cathie Wood says around what Gary Gensler, she thinks he's doing. Guys, there's a reason why the Ripple case is ending 3 years later. The average case is settled in about 24 months for egregious cases with the SEC. And there's a reason, right as everything settles, that now the thought or the hopes of a Bitcoin ETF being approved are coming to fruition. Now that we have regulatory clarity that XRP is not a security and Bitcoin is a commodity, let the games begin. So we're gonna watch a video from Cathie Woods talking about Gary Gensler. She's like, something's going on here. And after that, I'm gonna share with you exactly what I'm doing. Not financial advice, just speaking from my own paradigm. Pay attention.
The showstopper, at least from Gary Gensler's point of view, is he thinks Bitcoin can be manipulated. And, this is a decentralized, transparent network. You can follow all the activity online. It's highly unlikely.
Well, it had to be that because he understands, Kathy. He's got enough. Not many people do. A lot of people don't have enough knowledge about how it works to make an informed decision about Bitcoin. He taught at MIT so he understands that it's not a Ponzi scheme or a Beanie Baby. Right. So there has to be something else.
Well, I don't know what it is. I have wondered. There's speculation that he's interested in the Treasury Secretary position at some point. What does the Treasury Secretary do?
Protecting fiat for the government? I mean,
very focused on. I don't know. I don't understand it myself because he definitely understands.
He understands. So it's there's something else.
There's something.
I'll give it that. But how much?
There's something else. I've been sharing this with you guys since 2020. We're all being played. As you look this way, there's always another narrative going on this way. This is exactly what I've done the last 4 years to free my family. I use crypto as an extremely speculative asset. You should never put in more money than you can afford to lose in it. It's extremely volatile, but I use it as a very speculative asset to gain a large amount of money in a short amount of time. Specifically going into 2024 and 2025, we're gonna have a massive bull run. When that bull run goes up, I'm gonna use my own app called Merlin, I'm the co-founder, to build my exit strategy to exit the markets as you're coming in. I'll be exiting on the way up because when the exchanges go parabolic, everything shuts down. I'll be pulling profits, putting money aside to pay Uncle Sam, unfortunately, or fortunately, whatever. Then I'll be securing my wealth and insuring my wealth as you insure your life. I insure my wealth with Index Universal Life tax code 7702 that allows me to tap into my money twice if it's properly structured. I can borrow against the cash value of my policy to take that cash into tax-free and to put it into other cash generating assets, things like real estate, more businesses, security like precious metals. And then from those cash generating assets, I'll use that money or other people's money to put it back into the speculative markets so that I can repeat the process. Crypto isn't going to make you wealthy. It can make you rich, but if you don't rewire the foundation, you'll end up in the same situation. If you think you're going to become wealthy off of crypto and you have bad spending habits at $60,000 or $30,000 a year, when you make $1 million, you're going to have much worse spending habits. So right now, your number one thing is to rewire the foundation and end up in a different situation. I created free resources for you guys. 16-page guide on exactly how I did it. It's in my bio here on TikTok. Absolutely free. Number two is I created another free resource for you. I got licensed in insurance because I had been referring it for 3 years because I've been using Index Universal Life since 2020. And I got licensed to go deeper.
So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Thank you for giving me 15 minutes of your day. Have a great evening, and I'll see you guys next time.